And we're live. You're listening to Let's Talk, the SQPN Community Podcast. Hi, I'm Dom Bettinelli, and today I'm joined by Father Michael Gossett. Hi, Father.
Hi, Dom. How's it going?
Very good, thanks. We were supposed to be joined by Noelle, but we had some last-minute communication, Skype issues, so she's not able to join us today, but she'll be back with us. Noelle Crow, who was with us earlier this week, and she'll be back soon. As a reminder, folks, this special short-form podcast we've revived Let's Talk as a live show for the time being. We'll see how long we can keep it going. If there's interest from folks to continue hearing from us here on SQPN Live every morning at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. And we're here to provide a little light, a little levity, some conversation, ideas how to spend our time that we've got some extra time on our hands. And most of all, we want to stay connected to you, our SQPN community, our audience of listeners that we dearly love and do all of this for. So you can catch this on Facebook Live each weekday at 10:30, like I said, and then we're going to post it in the Let's Talk audio feed, so you can catch it there, and on our YouTube channel, our SQPN YouTube channel, so you can watch the video later. So, Father Michael, can you introduce yourself to the audience a bit in case they haven't heard you on one of our shows before?
Absolutely. Father Michael Gossett. I'm a priest of the Diocese of Steubenville, Ohio, and right now I serve in a number of different ministries. I'm in a parish. I'm a vocation director for the diocese. I'm a chaplain at a high school, and lots of good things. Currently doing lots of things online this week, and so that's been how I've been spending my time lately.
Yes, yeah. I imagine with the schools closed, you're shifting in your time and your priorities. So that's good. So, Father, you've been with us on SQPN for a while. You've been on both Secrets of Technology, which you've had to step away from recently, but you also do Secrets of Movies and TV shows with us. And a lot of fun. You and I and Thomas Sanherho have done a series on the Jurassic Park movies, so that's been fun. A little bit about about yourself. How long have you been a priest there in Steubenville?
It'll be 9 years in May, and so almost 9 years I've been a priest here.
And you're a native of Steubenville, right? Of that?
Yeah,
diocese?
I grew up right in town here, and I'm stationed about 10 minutes from my parents' house where I grew up. So that's been a surprise, but kind of a blessing.
That's awesome. Which parish? You've told me before, but which parish is it?
I'm at Blessed Sacrament in Our Lady of Lourdes in Wintersville.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I'm just for folks who don't know, I went to school at the Franciscan University of Steubenville, so I'm familiar with the parishes there in town. So great. Well, again, welcome. And so one of the things we're doing here is we're getting some time to talk about things that we can spend our time doing. Folks may not know about. So is there anything you want to recommend for folks to try out if they've got some extra free time on their hands these days?
Yeah, so the show that I had in mind is a show I've watched for a long time called Community, which was on NBC from 2009 to 2015.
Yeah. I have not checked that out myself. I've had it recommended to me by several people, including Jimmy Aiken. So tell us a little bit about Community. What's it about?
Yeah, Community is it's comedy, but it's a show about a group of people who start community college together, and then it follows them through more than 4 years of community college. But it's kind of an interesting group of a lawyer who was disbarred because he didn't have his college degree because he faked it, sort of a high school dropout, a guy that wants to study film, but his dad's not into it, a mom, a girl who went into rehab out of high school and is kind of putting her life back together, a high school football quarterback who was afraid to go on to play high school and college or play football in college. So it's this weird group of people, and Chevy Chase is in it too.
Oh, wow.
As kind of like this lifelong, they call him a lifelong learner. You've heard that phrase before, but
yeah.
This interesting group of people who come together in a study group for Spanish, and it just follows their friendship and their relationships over the years that they're in school. Eventually, some of them become teachers in the school. They have to save the school. And it starts out fairly grounded, but as the show went on, they experimented with a lot of just there was a puppet episode and claymation episodes. There's several paintball episodes where it's either Star Wars or Western or James Bond parodies. There's a whole. My favorite episode would be there's one that is a parody of a what's the guy's name who does the documentaries? It just left my mind.
Ken Burns.
Ken Burns. They
Yeah.
do a Ken Burns style documentary about a several day long pillow fight, and they just nail it. There's a Law and Order episode like that too, where they really they just nail the style of the thing that they're riffing on, and but yeah, so it's a smart show. I'm not recommending it as a morally perfect show,
Of course, yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's a very smart and funny show where you get to know some people and appreciate just their personalities and kind of how they grow. It deals with mental health a lot and things like that.
How many seasons did you say it was?
So they had 4 on TV, or wait, 5 on TV,
Okay.
and then 1 on Yahoo Screen after it got canceled.
Oh wow, Yahoo Screen. I don't think I've even heard of that before.
I think that was it.
That was the only thing on there. Oh, okay, that's cool. All right, so you've recommended it. Jimmy's recommended it. I've got to try it out, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Well, I suppose I should probably offer up something for folks to check out myself. One of the things that my wife and I were talking about, that we love to do, and we've recommended this in other places, is the Swallows and Amazons books by Arthur Ransom, and these books are set in Britain in the interwar period, so between World War I, World War II, some period of time in there. It doesn't get exact, and it follows these kids. At first, the first several books are about this particular group of kids, this family of 3, yes, and these 2 sisters of another family who spend their vacations in the Lake District of Britain, on the lake, and it is idyllic. It is unironically like perfect childhood sort of thing, and it really delves into, it's not sappy and cheesy, but it really delves into, this is how childhood should have been, should be. They spend their mom, the one group of kids, their dad's is a captain in the British Navy, I think, and their mom lets them camp on this island for a couple weeks, and that's in the middle of this lake, and they have these imaginary adventures, and they're pirates, or they're on the various like imagination things that they do, and they're going to go climb a giant mountain, which is just a big hill, on the side of the lake, and that sort of stuff. But they have these adventures, and it is just so fun. And my kids all read the books, and then we got the audiobooks, which are read by, I want to say Alison Larkin. I'm just getting off the top of my head, but I think but she's so good because she does all the voices and does them so uniquely. And so we've listened to the audiobooks on car rides for several years now. And when we did this big 2-week multi-state family journey a few years ago, we listened to a couple of them and The Hobbit while we were driving. And it got to the point where I'm like, I wanted to get in the car and go driving so we could listen to the book, because we can't listen to it unless we're all together, right? That's just the rule. But it is such a great series of books, and I want to recommend them both in the audio form and in the print book form for the whole family, because I think the adults will enjoy it just as much as the kids will. And it is wholesome. There is nothing bad in them. There's like modern books are. Especially modern books for young adults, they tend to be like, oh, we have to deal with the hard issues that teens are dealing with, so they're so depressing, and this is none of that, and there's not even any there's no teen romance, there's none of that in there. It's just kids enjoying life. And being kids still, but it deals with real issues of responsibility and duty to others and care for your children. So I can't recommend it highly enough. Swallows and Amazons is the first book. There's also a movie that they made a few years ago, which was I haven't seen it, but my wife says it's okay. It kind of messes with the messes. It might be strong. It kind of adds an element to the story, a big adventure element, like not an imaginary adventure, but a real thing that happens that isn't in the original book. Which is, she said, was okay, but I can see why they might do it for a movie, because you got to amp up a movie a little bit. But so anyway, Swallows and Amazons is my recommendation. So yeah, so I guess that's if that's what I had to recommend. If you, the listeners, have opinion on either of these, Community or Swallows and Amazons, we'd love to hear from you. Or if you have other suggestions of things people can check out, we would love to hear about it. I do want to give shout outs to folks in the live chat room. Mike Kuipers, hi Mike, and Jeff Miller. Hello, Jeff, who says that Community is hilarious. Deborah Shaban, who is the host of The Secrets of Disney, which you should all check out. It's one of our SQPN podcasts. So Father Mike, what's going on with you this weekend? How are you live streaming Mass these days?
I am. I mean, for the first time ever this week, and so I'll send you, Dom, the schedule. But this weekend on my Instagram, so it's Fr Mike Gossett, Father Mike Gossett. Every day I'm live streaming Mass, awesome. And the schedule is on there. And on the weekend, especially Sunday, it'll be 10 a.m.
Excellent. So, folks, follow Father Mike on Instagram and get a chance to celebrate Mass with him and have that experience of praying with him there. That's great. I'm so gratified to see so many priests getting into live streaming Mass and other devotional activities. So it's really great. So I think that'll about do it for us today. We're keeping these short, folks, so that we can do it every day, and we don't want to overtax your time or ours and overstay our welcome. So we really appreciate it. We'll be back again on Monday, where we'll have a couple more folks joining us, and we'll keep going as long as you guys want to hear from us doing this. So we really do appreciate your support. And to that end, I want to take a moment to thank our patrons who make it possible for us to keep doing Let's Talk, and their generous donations at sqpn.com/give. They make it possible for not only Let's Talk, but all the shows we do at StarQuest, including Jimmy Akin's Mysterious World, which has a new episode out this morning. So go check it out. It's a lot of fun, this new episode. You can join them by visiting sqpn.com/give. So that's it from us. We'd love to hear from you, like I said. So you can contact us by visiting sqpn.com or our StarQuest Facebook page, facebook.com/StarQuestMedia, or send an email to letstalk@sqpn.com. And we'll provide links to the things we talked about on our website at sqpn.com/letstalk. Until next time, Father Michael Gossett, thank you for joining me on Let's Talk.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
And once again, I'm Dom Bettinelli. Take care, folks.